family. This is Kyra, and I am the other half of Evenly Yoked. Thank you for sitting down with me for a little while. My husband said, "Hey, well, you can do a video by yourself too." So I said, he's doing what you know men do, and he's working hard for us. So I said I would come through and just because I did want to talk about something. And I think it's a topic that is mainly geared to the women. But fellas, I believe y'all do this too, but y'all just don't tell us. But it's also something good that y'all can, know that we women do. So I want to talk about the list that we all write, um, especially the list that we write when we want certain things in a man, and we're like, God, I'm gonna write my list, and God, give me my list, bless me with my list, right? So I really want to discuss what is the list. Should you have a list? And what if you don't get everything that's on your list, right? So this is the first thing I'll say. 13 years ago, I wrote a list, and I put the list in my Bible, and then came walking in Robert Hodge with a Dape Ape hoodie, some Air Force Ones, all sorts of colors. And now on my list, I wanted a suit wearing, button up fella. That's not what he came into my dorm room looking like when he came in. And if I would have said, "Oh, he's not dressed like the man that I want on my list," I would have missed out on bliss of 13 years. So I say that to say that yes, write your list, but don't be stuck on your list because your list isn't always what God has for you. Like they say, hey, we plan and God laughs. So I think what that's saying is that yes, you do have to have direction, but first off, you always want your direction to be ordered by God, and then ultimately you have to give leadway for God to order it. So I think a list is more of maybe our of what we think our direction is, and then we're also saying, this is my direction, God, but I want you to take over and show me what's best for me. Because sometimes if you just go by your list and you say, oh, he's not this or she's not that, you can miss out on the one that is for you because nobody is going to check off every part of your list. It's just inevitable. And guess what? Let me tell you something. Women, you're not checking off every mark of his list either. It's just not reality. So let's see here. So when my then boyfriend came in to get me, um, if I would have said, "Oh, he's not dressed appropriately," or what I thought I wanted, so on and so forth, I would have missed out. But the thing is that he came to the dorm room and up to college to get me to drive me back home so that I could make it home from one of my friends' events. My parents said, "No, I'm not coming to get you." I didn't have no car. And he told me he was going to come get me. I said, okay, look, you don't have to. It's okay. But he got his parents' car. Later on, he told me he used like some of the last of the money he had. And he stuck true to what he said he was going to do. And when we were riding down, I was sick. I mean, y'all, I didn't feel good. It was an interesting journey. But the biggest thing to me still today, and that happened with that, is that I've always been able to trust Robert to do what he says he's going to do. And that's one of the biggest characteristics for me. And I realized that because he did what he said he was going to do, it made me fall in love with him. And still to this day, he does what he says he's going to do. And if I would have been looking at his clothing because of my list, I would have missed out on the man that does what he says he's going to do. He said he's going to provide, he provides. He says he's going to profess, he professes. He says he's going to love me, he loves me. He says he wants to have a vision for our family based off of what I would like to and how God leads him. We follow that. And that's what he does. That's the things he implements and he puts in place. So a list is very important, but do not be stuck to your list. Like I say, let your list be your direction, but let God order it. And so I say that for men and women, because we're gonna tell our sons, hey, what do you want in a woman? You know, and there do have to be some non-negotiables, but there are things that you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm really uh, loving this person, and he has more of the positives than the negatives. You know, because the other thing too is that I thought I wanted a church going boy. My husband is a God fearing man. He might not be up in anybody's church every Sunday, but he has a vision for our family and he's a God fearing man. And because of our relationship, I have been able to see God in so many different ways. And I haven't kept God in a box. And more than likely, if I would have been with a man that's just uh, religious and maybe not spiritual, I wouldn't truly be able to see God outside of the box and see God for who He truly is. And that's what my husband has brought to me and brought to my life. You know, so have a list, check it twice, but allow God to order it, and don't be stuck. Don't be stuck in your list. Don't be stuck in your list. So I think that's what I wanted to come and tell the ladies, and even hopefully tell the boys and the men. So this is Kyra, the other half of Evenly Yoked. Subscribe, comment, and like and share. Y'all be blessed.